So, my dear friends, P.B.Shelley and his defense of poetry. This is the 11th lecture, and we are now considering a major point in this essay, that is influence of poetry upon society. And as you can see how poetry influenced, we have seen the Greek civilization. Now we are going to see Roman civilization, and poetry of a Roman civilization and their institutions. And then we will see the poetry of the Jews, you can see. Semitic, Moses, David, Job and Solomon, and its effect upon Jesus Christ and his disciples. And we will also see the poetry that you find in mythology of the Celts, the Christian and chivalric systems. And then also you will see how it has influenced Plato's teachings, especially his principle of equality, the abstract Christianity, purity of abstract Christianity. Christianity that is the expression of the expression of the poetry of the antiquity, as we have already seen Moses and so on, wisdom literature in the Old Testament, and we also can see the presence in the present world, abolition of personal and domestic slavery, and also emancipation of women. So these are the effects of poetry upon society. Now, as we can see Romans, when you take Romans and the Greeks, the difference is that the Romans considered the Greeks as their masters. This is very interesting. Not exactly masters. They see or they saw. The Romans saw man and nature as reflected or through the mirror of Greece. Now what does that mean? That means the ideas that the Greeks entertained as far as man and nature is concerned, these things were almost, we can say, borrowed from or influenced the Roman thinking. That's what is meant. They said that, if the Greeks are the substance, Romans are the shadows, he says. That is, Greeks are the substance, then Romans are the shadows. So that is the comparison given by Shelley himself. But you can see great writers like, you have got to Pacuvius, a great writer. He was a tragic poet. Then we have got to Accius, another great tragic poet. Varro, you can see, scholar, a Roman scholar, and also Ennius, that is father of Roman poetry. But these, they have practically disappeared. Means they have been lost, says Shelley. I will write down these names because you will find it in the text. Pacuvius, Accius, Varro, Pacuvius, Accius, Varro, and Ennius. Of this, their works, there's no considerable records kept. Maybe because of that, Shelley says that they have been lost to the world. So Pacuvius was I already told you, tragic poet, Roman tragic poet. Accius also was a tragic poet. Then Varro was a Roman scholar, and Ennius, Varro is a scholar and a writer. Ennius is known as father of Roman poetry. That is there. Then there are two other big names, that is Virgil is one. He himself is a great creator. His language, the way he expresses things, he could create a mist, so to say, using his language, so that the sharp shafts of his thinking may not hurt the humans who read it. because it's thinking like arrows. It may come and sometimes even hurt you. But it is prevented by the mist, the language, the use of his language which created a mist. And then you have got the Livy, full, from top to top, poetic instincts. Virgilian age you can say, it's a Virgilian age. Virgil. And you have got Livy, another great poet. Poetic instinct, saturated with the poetic instinct. He had such great poets. But what's the problem with the, I cannot say problem, because I have not grown up to that level to say that this is a problem. But the point concerned is that poetry of Rome was all about their institutions. Listen, Shelley's Skylark is not about institution. Odd Onegration is not about institution. See? Or Iliad, that is not about an institution. But Roman poetry, you can see institutional poetry, you can see. Because they celebrated, see, as you can see, life of Camillus. Life of Camillus. Camillus. And death of Regulus. Regulus. Now Camillus was a Roman soldier and a statesman. And Regulus was a great captain, a soldier who took part in the Punic Wars against Carthaginians. Carthage, Hannibal, the leader of Carthaginians, Hannibal, and that famous battle of Cannae. See, that was Regulus took part in that. So they write about Camillus, Roman statesman. They write about Regulus, soldier and statesman, and general. See, such things they are writing. Not about nature, about human nature also. So in fact we can say, no, what does Aristotle said? The object of imitation is nature. Nature means human nature. But here is incidents. And what are these incidents? They are immortal events created by time. They are immortal dramas acted out by time, not by these individuals. Also, although they are part of this. Listen. Now what happens is, because of this, so incidents are immortal dramas of time, we can say. Did you see the difference between Roman poetry of Rome and poetry of Greece? Poetry of Greece, you have religion, institutions, see then you have got kindred arts growing together. So in Rome we don't have any such thing. In Rome only historical incidents they celebrate. See the battle of Cannae and the refusal to agree to a treaty. Victories in Gaul. Gaul means France, today's France. So, as you can see, the difference between poetry of Greece and poetry of France. Poetry of Greece, we told you, so all human nature and different ways, the colors, the imagination, and how humans interact with things. But this is only historical incidents. So maybe time. That's why I said that they write about incidents which are immortal dramas of time. That is the difference. Romans wrote about incidents and not by religion. See that? They are not concerned much about religion. But as you can see, in the Greek poetry, religion is an indispensable part. Without religion, there is no poetry. Poetry means drama also in Greece. That's the difference. And then what happened is that there is a period of, for some unknown reasons, or for many, many reasons. I hope you understand my first point, that is difference between the poetry of Greece and the poetry of Rome. Poetry Rome, once again, incidents. They are immortal dramas of time, not religions and things like that, or human nature as such. But then what happens is there is a period, a dark period of anarchy, a darkness and anarchy. What may be the cause of that, we don't know. Exactly, we don't know. Shelley himself says in his essay that many causes might have contributed to this. So we cannot pinpoint why. Is it because of this or that and so on? Is it because of the poetry of Rome as such? We cannot say. Although they celebrated this kind of incidents, we cannot say that. Then it was revived. Revived manners and religion, religious attitude, revived. How? By Christian and chivalric systems. So poets who wrote in the Christian and chivalric tradition, they revived the manners and the religion. To that we come to next, that is poetry of the Jews, that is represented by Moses, David, Job and Solomon. The great effect upon, these had great effect upon the mind of Jesus and his disciples. Poetic, and these are poetic expressions of antiquity. Or, although these poems influenced Jesus, his teachings, disciples of teachers and so on, what happened, as you all know, that this abstract purity of Christian thinking or Christian doctrines became distorted like a broken glass. Well, why this? We have to go back in history. But that is not the point here. So what happened is that, many extinction of poetic principle took place because of this. And this distortion and growth of despotism and superstition. Superstition and despotism grew. There was progress, you can say. Progress of superstition and despotism. And as a result of that, what happened? Man became selfish and insensible. He became a slave of himself because he is ruled by, he is insensible and also he is selfish, his selfishness. And he also became a slave of others' will in the form of lust, avarice, cruelty and fraud. Lust, avarice, cruelty and fraud. In such a society, in such a condition, can you ever imagine that any creative activity will take place? So there was a moral degradation. See? Anomaly, you can say. Moral anomaly. No creativity possible in such a thing. Then what happened is, in the 11th century, Christian and chivalrous poetry manifested themselves by 11th century. And also the best that you could find in Celtic mythology and religion became manifested. The effect of this. So you can see the difference between poetry of Rome and poetry of Greece. Then you find the poetry of Greece as institutional, means historical incidents. And then we found that there were great poets like Virgil and Livy, but even then, their focus was fame, ever-living fame and their empire. That is their focus, not any value system. The focus of the Roman poetry of Rome was empire, emperor, and great events like this. And after some time, what happened? A period of darkness. Then the revival took place. Revival was done by or made by Christian and chivalric systems. Christian of course, was helped by poetry of the Jews, David, Solomon, and David, Solomon, Moses, and you have got the Job. The Christians, this poetry of this antiquity influenced Jesus and his disciples, Christianity, but Christianity was distorted. But even then, Christianity had its effect on the growth of the society. In between, as we have seen, man became a slave of himself, selfishness and insensibility. And he became the slave of others by, that is, avarice, lust, cruelty, and fraud. So when you commit an act of cruelty, you are really becoming a slave to others. Isn't it? Yeah. So then this was, and this moral anomaly, darkest period of history, again revived, as we have already seen, Christian and chivalric systems revived these manners and religion. And then 11th century, we have this Christian poetry, they began to manifest. So also chivalric systems. Plato introduced the principle of equality on the basis that what is produced with common effort, so power and pleasure, that should be shared by all, equally shared by all. So that is the principle of equality. Then Jesus taught sacred and eternal truths, abstract purity of Christianity, the teachings of Jesus. Later, as you can see, as it stands today, because of many reasons, that is, teaching is distorted. Then poetry existing in mythology of the Celtic people and their institutions, again, that was of great benefit to human beings, to the world, to the society. As a result of all this, there is Christian systems, chivalric systems, poetry of Celtic mythology. We find that, and also by the teachings of Plato in Republic, we saw that there is drastic changes in society. One is the principle of equality, democracy, so to say, we can say. Poetry, abolition of personal slavery, abolition of domestic slavery, and emancipation of women. So that is effect of poetry upon society. Comparatively simple, if you look at like this, poetry of Greece and poetry of Rome, then we find that is that their poetry was geared to, or focus was on empire, everlasting fame, emperor, and great battles like the Battle of Cannae, fought between the Romans and the Carthaginians. The Carthaginian, their leader was Hannibal. You must have come across that name, Carthage. And where is Carthage? Carthage is in the north coast of Africa. Today, Carthage is a city. Carthage, the literal meaning is new city, Carthage. That was built by the Phoenicians. So then, that's all story. We need not get into all those things now. And then you find that there's a darkest period, many reasons. You have got then the poetry of David, Job, Solomon, and Moses. How these poetic systems, that is, expression of the wisdom of antiquity. Wisdom literature, there is a section in Bible. How this influenced the mind of Jesus and his disciples. Also there existed the chivalric poetry. The darkest period was somehow revived by Christian and chivalric systems of poetry, manners and so on, religion brought back. Also mythology of the Celts, Plato taught equality, principle of equality. And then we have got Christian, the abstract purity, the beautiful teachings of Jesus, although they stand distorted these days, but still, it is distorted for many reasons. I have told you, I don't want to enter into all those things because we are not concerned about the Christian faith or Christian distortion of Christian teachings here. We are concerned about the society and the poetic, the importance or the influence of poetry upon society. So finally we come today with Plato's equality is one. Secondly, we have got abolition of domestic slavery. And third, we have got abolition of personal slavery. And fourth, we have got emancipation of women. I hope that you are following my lectures, you are happy with it. It's a support for you, for your postgraduate studies and also for UGC.net. I hope that you will do best. Some students have already, some of my virtual students have already written saying to me that, they are benefiting out of my lectures, and one of them even sent me a message saying that qualified net because of my blessings and my classes. Maybe not only because of this, but one of the supports. I will always say like this is not the only support which I am giving. This is one, just one. If you have 10, this is one. Only that much. Okay. Hope that you are enjoying these classes and benefiting from these classes. So with this optimistic note, for the time being, we will say goodbye and then see you again with another dose of a defense of poetry by Shelley. Bye.